So sit on the bolster, sit on the block, on the height, and place your hands next to your hips to elevate your chest. You can change the crossing of the shins just to feel slightly different to the one you always do. And then, as I said, hands there. Slightly squeeze your elbows. Start getting some information and feeling in your back of the body. Descend the trapezius. Imagine like something pulling the skin there down. When your back of the body wakes up, the front of the body reacts. So if you start feeling certain pull of the skin of the muscles here to the sides, it's a good thing. And then when you feel yourself straight, lifted, take your hands in front of the chest and close your eyes. And just give yourself a few good breaths, feeling how much can you grow taller. Keep softening the face, but don't collapse on exhalations. Grow tall. And with the next exhalation, bow your head, chin down. But don't collapse your chest. Just the head is going to, the chin is going between the collarbones. And then release your arms on the upper legs. Inhale, raise your head and open your eyes. We begin with very simple work, but honestly, a little bit maybe nicer to have 3 blocks instead of 2, but 2 is also fine. Another little adjustment, and I don't have blanket, but you might want to roll a blanket for your belly. So it will remind the low back to spread. And 2 blocks will go for your hands, and the third block can be used for your head. Let's actually do 2 like this, short, middle, high. Yeah. All the work for the armpits, slow start, but very healthy. And as well, guys, don't forget that abdomen is, ankles coming in. And as I said, this little roll would be a nice addition. If you actually have some issues with your abdominal organs, then you can skip it. So just go child pose with this roll under your abdomen and reach your arms forward. Wake up your armpits, wake up your rib cage. Spread the space between the ribs. Exhale, descend the buttock to your heels. Keep maintaining the work of the ankles to come into each other. Yeah. Прям ролик. Roll, not the flat. Вот прям вот так. И вот теперь не, вот можно в длинную. Yeah. Ага. And tell me if you feel actually different. The head is on the height to help you to not think too much about dropping the head down. Yes, and also when the head is on the support, it actually helps the abdomen to relax. You might not feel it right away because a lot of going on stuff, but it's true. So when you don't have to carry the weight of your head, it gives relaxation to the throat and to abdominal diaphragm as well. Okay, very good. Raise your head and elevate your blocks 1 level higher. Second level. Try also to use as many fingers on the blocks and maintain the length of those fingers. Remember, it's always the question where to move bicep and tricep. Bicep is going up, tricep is going down, and tricep is also going in. So it's like making your outer upper arm very firm. When you do outer ankles work, you also make your hips firm. So very basic sentence would say outer body firm, inner body long. Yes, so try to feel that outer arms firm and inner arms long. So the head also in the block is too short. You can elevate the block for the head. And reach out with your arms while you descend the buttock. Tamar, are your knees a bit apart? Knees are not as wide as a mat, but a bit wider. Yeah, so the belly can go down. And one more time, reach your arms more forward and descend the buttock more down. Good. Feel how, while moving arms away and buttock away, you get more and more space between the ribs. Okay, then raise your head. And last one would be using the highest blocks. And yes, that's why the third block, again, can come higher. And yeah, make a distance proper. Don't make it too short. And as well, guys, remember, we did even little tilt of the blocks. You can even move the blocks a little bit up on the edge that's closer to you. Again, abdominal rolls up into the low back. Don't collapse your arms. They still maintain this firmness on the outside and length on the inside. And keep lengthening. Keep exhaling your shoulder blades down. Waking up your armpits, ribs. Today will be a lot of work on the armpits and rib cage. Okay, very good. From here, guys, we'll go to a twist. I'll show to the left, but you can go to the right as we usually do. So the hand will go here and another arm is coming here. Yes, so you are doing this kind of twist. Let's do together to the right. So left hand goes to the right block. Right hand does something looks like Chaturanga Dandasana. A little bit, yeah, because elbow is not next to your waistline. Your head is not super aggressively going somewhere. You can a little bit like rest it on your shoulder and turn. You can go higher with the body and move your hand to the opposite block. Left hand to the right block. Right hand, and you can raise your head now. Yeah. Head is not on the block anymore. Head is on the arm more like this, yeah. And another arm is pressing to turn. Right hand pressing to turn. Правую прям вот так, вот такая в сторонку, такая клюшка. And keep reaching this left armpit. Left arm. Exhale to your left ribs. Inhale into your right chest. Abdomen slides along your blanket if you have one. Feel the left ribs getting more and more spacious. And come back to the middle. Good. And then our right hand goes to the left block. Left hand comes next to the knee side. And yeah, play around with moving this block further away. Head is resting on the upper arm. And you exhale those right ribs down and you elevate this left shoulder a little bit up. Don't push your abdomen to your thighs. The people who have blankets, you are in more winning situations because my abdomen now doesn't have this support. So I'm kind of a bit pressing and I don't have to. Okay, very good. Come back to the center and take those blocks away and go just for a moment to a normal child pose. See which sides, which parts of your body is a bit awake and gives you some sensations, less sleepy. Hopefully it's the ribs. And let's come up to first down dog. People who have weaker shoulders, you no, like not weaker but stiffer, you can always choose a bit of height block for your hands. If you find, just come to normal down dog, and you might play with bent knees position just a little bit to give more idea of your spine to go in. Yeah, take your spine in, shoulder blades in. And then slowly start extending your legs. You allow to give your heels more space between the floor and the heels. So don't always push the heels down right away and search for grounding. Doesn't happen right away. We need first to open the back leg, outer knees, outer ankles firm, inner heels lengthen back, toes lengthen forward. Try to imagine the sole of the foot spreads in two parts. From the center of the foot, one part is going forward to the toes, and from the heels goes backward. Strong backward movement. Feel how the back of the knee, back of the thigh reacts on that. Okay, very good. Walk forward, shift yourself forward. And then we come up to Tadasana. And we will go Uttanasana. And guys who have stiffer legs, you might want to have more blocks than two. So basically, you will place your buttock to the wall and have your feet a bit slanting, not feet, legs. You see, so I have approximately 40 centimeters from the feet to the floor, to the wall. And then this is what I mean. So the blocks will help you to go to go to the floor, but not to the floor, but using the blocks. So let's try to see what happens. People who have easy legs, who always a bit like pushing back, you have to reach your calf muscles constantly forward and stretch your toes forward. Let me take a look quickly how it looks. Feet a bit more forward, Tamar. Dim, that's the case. For blocks would be nicer for you, or even chair. Look, I found two nice chairs. They don't make a lot of sound. By the way, I quite like what you do now. Reach your blocks more forward, Jim. I'm almost like in line, and maybe feet more forward, Tamar. Yeah, buttock is coming to the wall. Keep elevating your knees and thighs. Feel the firmness of those legs, and then again, walk away with your fingers, guys. Yes, I maybe didn't show it from the side, so that's why you a bit confused what you have to do. You have to do a lot of length. And because the legs are in this position, they are also working extra. Keep maintaining the lift of the knees and thighs, spreading the back thighs and reaching yourself forward. Now, my dear group, let's try to twist. So you are having bottom there. Left hand comes to the right side, to the block, and right hand comes on the hip. And again, imagine the wrist still kind of roll or under your abdomen, that you don't press your abdomen down, but you maintain the lift of the right shoulder. Exhale into your left ribs. Try to not change anything in the legs. They're not shifting anywhere. And maintain the firmness of the knees. So people who have feeling that the knees are going back, a bit slightly bend the knees. Very good. Come back to the middle. Breathe in, breathe out. And we change the twist. So right hand comes on the left block. Maximum extension, guys. Yes, if I too short, it's not as nice. Let's say, like, let's put it this way. And left hand on the hip. Maybe, by the way, on the wall, guys. Yeah, try few things. If you press this left hand to the wall, does it help you to feel better? To feel more? Press and turn. Press and turn. And again, the head is a bit like quiet, soften the head, because if your head is really struggling, all this diaphragm struggling, breath is struggling, you are, you stuck quicker. Okay, come back. And then gently, again, keep your knees aware, come back up. Okay, good. Just come for a short Tadasana. And let's go Tadasana back to the wall. So I don't have one. So for making it clear, I will be standing like this. Yeah, but in your head, guys, people who are in Zoom, people who are online watching it, my back of the body is at the wall. So step back. People who have, yes, that's a good question. I would keep a bit of space because we have some flesh on the bottom and it can kind of makes you falling forward all the time. So the heels might step a bit forward, but you can just a little bit adjust, the top of the buttock so it knows that it has to roll down, and then stretch your legs so it doesn't go this way. Yeah. And then try to stay in Tadasana. See how maybe it feels surprisingly different. Like you are, like it's not often we know what a straight line. Yes, we just normally walk, sit, but we don't stand next to the wall. And then inhale, reach your arms up for Urdhva Hastasana. Pressing the heels down, elevate yourself all the way from the heels. Keep lengthening yourself up. Keep still lengthening the top of the buttock down. Maintain the movement of the abdomen back. Shoulder blades have to go forward. I don't know if it's really easy to do. And reach your arms away. And another thing, kind of imagine the legs kind of pressing from the outer hips. Yeah, so this is grounding, this is firm. But the rib cage and waistline, they wake up, they go and connect to the ribs. So now we'll add a little bit of extra work for you. So you will hold with your left arm, your right arm, and you do the work that I often ask you to do. You turn the tricep a bit forward, bicep a bit back. Tamara, I'll explain. Tricep is the outer part, bicep is the inner part. So yes, correct. And then you do this work. What it does, it turns the shoulder this way, and it's a good thing. Yeah, so we in down dog, we also do this work. And then remind this arm, maybe all the way, stretch the arms along with your left, stretch the right arm. And then you hold this arm behind, above your head. And it looks like this, guys. Yeah, so you have your arm somewhere on top. And then we will go towards the bent elbow side along the wall. Try not to shorten the left side. Yeah, try to go along, still pull these fingers. Yes, and try, no, honestly, I wouldn't say try to go as low as you can, because I believe at certain point you start feeling a bit cracking around the waistline. So I would say worry to keep this side of the body long. And then come back, straighten your arms and just bring them down to the moment. Good. Breathe through the nose, recover. Was okay? Didn't feel like you're gonna hurt yourself? No? Good. So one more time, arms up, top of the buttock down, pubic plate up, abdominal wall up and back. Try to take your arms further back, Tamara. Yes, all the way to the wall. Yes, keep stretching your elbows, Tamara, more and more fingers tall. Yes. Remind your body what it is to be tall, what it is to be aware. And then grab with your right arm, left one, and remind how the shoulder should turn. Bicep goes back, tricep goes up, and reach higher up, reach higher up, reach higher up. And maybe even like a bit, give a little stroke to get this long. And then you hold this arm, the elbow, and you start stretching opposite direction. So the side of your long arm is becoming even longer. And you maintain standing next to the wall. Then go further. Try to touch Oля. Try to touch Oля, yes. Don't go too wild so you don't crack your left side of the low back. But open those ribs. Press this hip down to the heel. And come back to the middle. Release your arms. Stretch again for a moment. And take your arms down. Good. Now, guys, we're gonna open a little bit the Achilles tendon, calf muscles, and depending on your capacities, I would say different people should use maybe different height. If you're not sure, I would say start with the bolster. People who practice a bit more, maybe blocks. And the wall is there, and a little bit, maybe more than 50 centimeters. So you're doing Uttanasana. Yes, I'm on purpose a little bit not having this wall. Something like this. I'll show from the back. So my legs will remain 90 degrees. The window is too far. And you don't have to be parallel to the floor. That's the thing. You okay if your body is slightly slanting. Yes, Lena, am I correct? Yes, good. So try to get your heels on the floor, Lian. Yes. And then, guys, watch out for your abdomen. Again, remember this work of the blanket. So abdomen is not allowed to go down, but shoulder blades have to go down. And people who can, try to bring your forehead on the wall. And because you met it so soon, maybe go further back. You want. And you kind of dig with your shoulder blades to the wall. Shoulder blades to the wall. Оль, nice. Но такое ощущение, что голова идет слишком быстро. Не, все хорошо. Chin. Try to get chin. Or sometimes if you go really ahead, then the neck is dropped. Try to go with the chin. Chin goes towards the wall. Few more breaths. Again, walk along the wall, making your armpits extra long, extra long. And then step back and release. Okay, now let's go to some standing poses because it's supposed to be the week of standing poses. And let's do a Trikonasana with the right foot touching the wall like this. So you have slightly shorter distance. Yeah, not the whole foot is touching. And then, guys, it will be the wall will be supporting your right arm. Again, a bit stupid. I can't show it well. So we can imagine that there is a wall here. And actually, you know what? Let's quickly also add a bit of fun. It won't change much, but still nice to do in this sequence. Keep your right leg in the center and left one can go a little bit more back. So, you know, you kind of have this rotation more. So one more time, the right arm will be here. And then I will ask you to add it on top. But first, stay like this. Yeah? So, right side, Tamara, correct. Turn around, Dim, turn around. We all do right side. Yeah. Bigger distance, Tamar. Meter 10. Meter 10. And yes, come here. Get your, yes, good. And then left arm, Dim, very high. Try to touch the ceiling. You are tall guy. Yeah, that's it. Right, left hand on the hip. And again, because you have these long, beautiful legs, get this foot here. Don't be too shy with the distance. Now, what is going with your abdomen? Lift it up, pubic plate up, and roll this right buttock under. And I want to keep this firmness of the right leg. Чуть-чуть больше разворачивай ногу, разгибай коленочку и сильно-сильно подтягивай мышцы. Feel the firmness of the right thigh. And from this firmness of the legs, get yourself higher. Tamar, walk along the wall with right hand. Yes, even taller. Also, try to touch the ceiling, everyone. Okay, let's quickly touch the final pose that I wanted to do. Top arm goes to the bottom one. And turn yourself up. And see, it's a kind of dangerous pose. If your abdomen falls forward, it's very bad. So keep your belly in, turn only upper back up. Yeah? Shoulder blade more forward. Try to look up. Okay, inhale to come up. Very gently turn your feet forward and be in Tadasana for a moment. Waking up a bit? No? Okay, let's turn around. Left side comes closer to the wall. Right foot is nice if you shift a little bit back. Yes, so especially if you've done it on the right side, don't forget to do it on the left side. So it just helps you to get more right thigh back, even though you have to do it more from the foot. Then elevate your left arm, exhale, go towards the wall. And first keep your hand on the hip. You can even keep it a bit on the sacrum and maybe even massage your buttock. Yes, where it goes. Bring it down. Remind your pubic plate to go up, abdomen to lift up and turn to the right. Soften the face. Keep this. Why I gave you this block and the heel, it gives more sensation of the firmness of the hips. So you are more of the control of your legs. Yes, very nice, Tamar, very good. But now I want more. I want longer ribs. I want longer sensation in the armpits. And I would like to have your arm in line with the rest of the ribs. And keep turning this left leg inside out. The groin should work too. Yes. If your knee easily flopping down, keep elevating the flesh of the quadricep. And then right arm goes up and all like closing up with your bottom hand. And you remember to pull the legs in. You remember to lift your pubic. You remember to keep your low back spread. And then you try to add up a little bit of the upper back mobility, keeping this bottom quite stable. Breathe, guys. Good. Keep looking up, Dim. О, можно под вот так. Ага, через... like this. So keep your head in here. Okay, and then come back up. And take your feet forward and just be in Tadasana again. Okay, take your arms in front of you. Let's take our feet maybe a little bit wider. Move these arms away. We'll do this leaning to the sides without the wall. So let's see what our body tells us. Go to Asana. So right elbow, Liam. Feel the firmness of your elbows. Again, try to connect those ribs to your wrist. Bottom ribs to your wrist all the way. And now keep grounding your left heel. Exhale, take your arms to the right. Guys, don't think about maximum. Rather see, this is obviously stretching. What can you do to do this work? Yeah, to elevate your other side. Press this heel harder. Come back. Take your arms down. Change the crossing of the fingers. One more time, arms away and up. Try to connect the ribs to the wrist. Shoulder blades in, long, long body. Remember again, the thighs goes back, tailbone goes in. Exhale, opposite side. Imagine the wrist still the wall behind you. So head is more back, Dim. Tailbone still in, thighs going back. And as we discussed, top side, obviously stretching. What can you do to open up the bottom one? See, it's a sleeping part. Sleeping Beauty. Okay, and then come back. Release the arms down. Let's do one a little bit powerful pose. Yes, it's a difficult one to do. With the same idea with the wall. Honestly, blocks maybe, you could use the blocks, but let's maybe make it a bit simpler. So the wall again here, let's say where my mat finishes, this is the wall. And it a little bit depends on your length of the body and everything, like your anatomy. So the idea is you go to Parshva Konasana now. And also at the arm, and you press this wall to turn up. Again, it's stupid, I show without the wall. I would say 1/2 meter. Yeah, so you go to the wall and then you turn away from the wall. Again, try to keep this firmness of the legs. Yeah, it's a bit harder pose to compare with all of them because you don't have arms to help you. So it's a hard abdominal work. Tamar, take it easy because it's your maybe first time you ever do this pose. Yes, so right side of the body to the wall and 1/2 meter for taller people, maybe a little bit more. Exhale, right leg out, left foot in, yes. Take your arms out to the sides, warrior 2, exhale, bend the right leg. And then exhale, keep reaching further and try to get this right arm on the wall. Right arm on the wall, and then exhale, close up. And yes, you should be top arm, yes, Tamar. And flex your right leg deeper, Tamar. Yeah, your right thigh should be parallel to the wall, to the floor. So right thigh parallel to the floor. So deeper, sit in the groin. But then use the wall to turn yourself up. But still keep the abdomen descending down and pubic plate lifting up without dropping and squeezing your low back. Left ribs go back. Walk along with your right arm. And then press both feet. Inhale, come up. Gently take your feet together, no jumps. And just be in the moment in Tadasana. Okay, we're gonna go to left side. So turn around. I'm switching on finally. The heating. So we are already warm. So left leg out, right foot tiny bit in. Take your arms out to the sides. Bigger distance, Tamar. This is what I meant. This side has to be parallel. And if the distance is too short, this is actually very not recommended by yoga people. So knee above the ankle. Exhale, flex your left knee to 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Try to reach with this left arm to the wall as high as you can, and then close up with your top arm and turn and look up, Dim. Look up, keep pushing the back foot. Oh, Tamar, much better. Again, pull this pubic plate up, roll this left buttock under. So feel how the left groin is actually kind of goes away from your left armpit. And pubic plate lifts and the abdominal remembers the blanket to go back. Press harder the right foot. And then you do it, turn your right side of the body up. Turn, breathe, guys. And come back. And very carefully take your legs together and be in Tadasana. What also nicely allows the body to open up, like to open up the flanks, is of course handstand. So let's say people who know handstand, you can quickly do handstand. And people who are a little bit unsure and worry about coming up, you can do half one, yeah? So feet to the wall, or actually you can come quickly to the windowsill. It's a bit maybe nicer if your toes are on the edge. Yep. So just do 1 or 2 handstands. And when you're in the handstand, remember to press up your thighs. Tamar, try the half one. If you're a little bit afraid and your feet keep sliding, you can take your feet on the chair. Also turn around and maybe take your hands here. Yeah, it will be similar, hands here. And try to get 1 foot by 1. It's still the same. It's still the same. Just hands down, hands down. Don't do this crazy fingers. Yeah. Press your thighs up. Now, Len, look at your belly. No, opposite. When you were doing it, gave you this curve, yeah? What happens if you start looking to your abdomen and you can't do the curve anymore? Yeah, so try. Okay, good. Just rest for a moment and I'll give you the other idea to practice. The other idea to practice is to connect three asanas, and somehow we often go from easier to harder, and today will be opposite, from harder to easier. So you will be having down dog, heels to the wall. Then you will shift your right leg for Parshvattanasana. So think about the blocks here. Then it will be Parivrita Trikonasana. And then the easier one, the Trikonasana will follow. So you see, I'm taking this foot out, maybe slightly increase the distance for normal Trikonasana. Yes, so Trikonasana is like officially a easier pose. Then Parivrita. And then you again go back to down dog. Yeah? So have your blocks in the front side of the mat and go to down dog, heels to the wall. You can even have heels a little bit higher, like on a slanting plank. On a, sorry, no slanting plank, on a plinth. And press your hands firmly to get the good lift of your flanks, of your knees and thighs. Keep opening up the back of the leg, and the more you practice, the more it makes connection to the rest of the body. Just realize that the low back is the hardest one to lift, hardest one to feel, especially in down dog. Yes, it's furthest place from the floor. Then look in between your hands and shift your right leg between your hands. And left foot can be either on the floor, or again, you help yourself a little bit if needed and raise the left heel a bit up. Use the hands under your shoulders if body can't be parallel to the ground. And this is Parshvattanasana. So stretch yourself forward, nice and long trunk. Press the hands into the floor, reach your shoulder heads further back. Again, a little bit like abdominal lifted by those blankets. Reach yourself forward. Now the twist, my dear group. Let's decide. Twist. Very nice, Tamara. You can help yourself to feel more firm. Heel here on the plinth. But can I ask a little bit out? Like this, yes. So the hip is not dropping. And now please stretch your right leg. And if the body a little bit resists, raise the hands on higher blocks. Yeah, that's it. And keep stretching this guy. Keep stretching. Yes, both legs straight. This pose is both straight legs. And if it's still a little bit inconvenient, take today a bit of a pause and do hands on the chair. Reach yourself forward and then decide which way you're twisting. No, obviously right. But I mean, if you want to do easier one or harder one, if easier, keep your left hand at the inside of the foot. If you want harder, get the hand over the outer foot and start turning right. Use still this wall to press the heel back. Use this wall to feel the right hip going back. And then everything is okay. Try to raise your right arm. Distend and deflate your left ribs. Keep moving the bottom ear away and elevate your right chest. Exhale, come back, take your hands down. And then look guys, easier pose, left foot more turning out. Maybe even again, connect this foot to the wall. And then right hand on the ankle for Trikonasana. Yeah, enjoy like, you know, this kind of sell goat, buy goat joke. Yeah, when we were twisting, balancing was difficult. And finally nice. Enjoy and see, actually, it is a bit true. Yes, after the struggle, it's a nice opening up and ribs feels good and the breath feels good. Okay, take your hands down to the floor for a down dog. We came in by a down dog, so we came back by a down dog. Again, heels allowed to be slightly higher, not all the way down. Now I'm trying to get them on the plinth maybe. Yeah, play around with the elevation. It's nice to try higher, but also what it is if they are lower. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, press back. Take your feet together, all of you. See what it is with down dog feet together. And then look between your hands and shift your left leg forward, Parshva Tanasana. Right foot slightly out, guys, not fully in. Use this, the plinth or your back foot and Parshva Tanasana. Actually, this pose, the name means extension of the flanks. I'm a bit naughty Iyengar yoga teacher. I don't always tell you the names. You have to know them. So Parshvatanasana, so that's why it's called. You should feel the extension of the flanks. And to feel that, you have to be sure your left hip is going back, right hip is going forward, abdomen slightly lifts up, and then pressing the hands, lift, reach your chest forward. So everything extends. And then we add the twist. And then you decide where your twist would go. If easier version, keep it on the right hand inside the foot. If you want more fun, go outside. Keep having your left hand on the hip first to try to not drop the right pelvis. It's a bit of an issue. And also check that your ear is in line with the foot. You're not going forward with your head. And when everything is okay, elevate your left arm. Breathe through the nose. Лен, можешь руку на таз и просто вытягивайся оттуда. Keep moving those right ribs down. Keep moving this left hip further back. Keep moving your spine away from the tailbone. Very good, Tamar. Very good. And then hands down for normal Trikonasana. See how it goes. So, yes, Dim, take your foot down and hand on the shin without twist anymore. Yeah, open triangle pose. Yeah. It's like a beginner pose. Not, like I think in the book number 3. We learn it after few Tadasanas and Vrikshasana. No, Shavasana is supposed to be the hardest. Did you know? They say, oh, it's the hardest pose. Breathe through, guys. Try to enjoy. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Like, try to see that after the hard work, the nicer poses are actually something profounding. Okay, take your hands down. Let's come back via down dog as we started with down dog. Mm-hmm. And then walk forward to come back. And come up. Come up to Tadasana. And the next also 3 asanas. Coming to complex and a little bit to nicer version afterwards. It will be the one that also, Tamar, not the easiest one, so fine, try your best, and maybe chair. Yeah, so people who can't reach the floor easily, the blocks on the highest position or even the chair. So basically it will be preparation for warrior 3. Yeah, so the leg is parallel touching the wall. Then, guys, honestly, I really don't like Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana to everyone with the arm like this. A little bit, you see, I kind of don't win. So for some of you, I would recommend to try to go lower. Yeah, you see, then my left side of the body can descend, and I'm going to this Parivrita. And then, then I suppose use this other block for normal Ardha Chandrasana. Let me quickly sail through. So look, first pose, foot down, facing forward. Remains the same, only body turns. Yeah, Parivrita. And then the Ardha Chandrasana. Actually, this side of the body has to lift up. So left foot turns out. And left hand goes on the hip and you lift yourself up. So if it's all confusing, do something, Tamar, and maybe then just rest. Yeah, because it's a lot. Because it's, but in a way, it's a really good way to be sure you are training your legs. And we are on the week of straining poses, right? So how to measure the distance, guys? Honestly, I found out that the right way would be, I didn't realize, I was always doing it by approximate measure. But basically, no? Let me see. Where the blocks are, it should be your heels. No. Try yourself. Works or not? I don't know. For me, feels a bit short. Take your blocks forward now. No, no, blocks more forward. It's more for the heel because when you sit, right, your heels are, this is the length of your legs. Okay, just go to Uttanasana, guys. I confused you. I should have tried myself more. So heels, I hope you know the distance by now. Yes, either you try this way or you just did like we normally do, just try a few times. So first, warrior 3 preparation. Elevate your left leg and place it on the wall. Place it on the wall, foot facing down. Yes, left leg, guys. Yep. Dim, jump forward. Dim, take the chair. Take the chair. Yes. And nice one, Tamar, very nice one. I would say even let's try to go maybe with your elbows on the chair. Oh, no. Feels like, yeah, feels like it's a little bit too high. Yeah. And teach your left foot to press into the wall. Really cut this heel. This is Tamar very classic that people don't press the heel. So your task number 1 today, just get this heel connected to your brain. Okay, let's go to twist. Otherwise, you will remember me tomorrow. Take your left, keep your left hand as it is, right hand on the hip. People who practice a lot maybe descend the left block lower, but I'm not insisting. And then raise your arm up. Keep pressing these heels, guys. Keep turning, keep turning. Exhale, take your arm down. Again, maybe on the low block. Turn the left foot out and left hand on the hip and abdomen up. Yes, correct. The right hand on the floor, right foot on the floor. Turn yourself up. Turn yourself up. And again, because it's a bit easier than the twist, easier to press the heel, try to enjoy the pose more. Dim, foot parallel. Foot parallel. Yes. Oh, you see, you like it. No one wants to come out. Okay, enough. Take your hands down. Take your foot facing down and take it down. Let's come up for a moment with the firmness of the legs, Tadasana. And honestly, guys, I feel it was very good. So the tricks worked. Exhale, go down. Uttanasana one more time. Hands on the blocks. I hope you haven't changed the distance, so no need to check it again. Right foot on the wall. Right foot on the wall, left leg perpendicular to the floor, reach yourself forward. Keep cutting this heel to the wall while your left thigh lifts strongly up and also presses to the wall. Abdomen goes in. Maintain the extension of the chest. And then we add the twist. So right hand stays on the floor, maybe on the low block. Left hand on the hip, even keep it on the sacrum a little bit. So right hip doesn't drop and start turning left. Start turning left without giving up on the heel. Stretch this leg. Exhale, release the hand. Change the arm that supports you for normal Ardha Chandrasana. Turn the right foot till it's parallel to the floor and open yourself up. Head more back, Lian. Buttock more forward. Right foot dim. Turn parallel to the, yes. Breathe, soft faces. And then descend the arm, descend the foot. Uttanasana. And then come back. One prone pose. You deserved a bit of rest. So prone pose is also very famous in Iyengar yoga when we do standing poses, but actually some way around, yeah, either facing the floor or, you know, being on the side of the floor. So it will be, I can't even say Trikonasana. It's a little bit more looking what we did when I asked you to reach to the wall with the arms. So basically looks a little bit like Trikonasana legs. So right foot is on the bolster and left leg is on the floor behind. And you see 90-degree angle if possible. People who a little bit worry about the low back, you might actually realize why the poses are like so beneficial. You have to already feel this extension here. Buttock down, abdomen goes up. And then keeping this all in your mind, you will start stretching your right arm. And again, slightly twisting towards the left side. Yeah. So go on your front, extend the right leg on the bolster. So you can kind of easily push it away, but also it opens the groin a bit more. Try to kick the leg 90 degrees at least. So maybe all a little bit higher. Not lower. Yeah, that's it. And now see, like maybe even keep your head down. See that if you do nothing with your legs and nothing with your core, you are having this arch. And if you lie down like this for 1 hour, it can hurt you. So try to feel that, yes, I can take my right leg actively away, roll this buttock away, thigh out. So, and then the pubic plate kind of lifts, so you feel the compactness. And I can't say that it's easy. And I can't say that it's, oh, prone, then it's easy. Honestly, in a moment, I will ask you to stretch the arm and it will be even harder. Yeah, do you guys feel the control of the abdomen? Yeah. Okay, then start stretching your right arm away and left arm next to your shoulder, helping you to turn. You can even keep your head on the floor, by the way. So right arm is long, left shoulder elevates, and please control your low back. You have strength in the arms, raise yourself up and do it a little bit levitating off the floor. A little bit lifting yourself all the way. Abdomen also. Yeah. No, abdomen. Left thigh on the floor, abdomen. Yes, like this, abdomen. Okay, come back. The right groin, I believe, a little bit tight. So help this leg to come to you. Are you okay with this one? It hurts. Slow down. Yes, it is quite intense stretch. So you know what you can do even? Just maybe, I know I said it a bit too late, but in a way, you might remember it for next time. You can even do it more like this, you know, the knees bent. So just for the groin. Because when we stretch the leg, it's about the knee pit as well, harder. So move this bolster to the left side. Again, 90 degree between the legs at least. Keep your hands under your forehead just to realize this responsibility for low back. To roll this buttock under and feel the lift of the pubic and feel this responsibility to keep the low back wide. See that if you stop doing it, maybe even drop for a second just to see what I mean. It's all click in the low back. But remember we discussed them. Very good for you to keep stretching those legs. Yes, good. Now start stretching your left arm. Left arm. Right arm is doing chaturanga-ish accent.
Yes. Keep maintaining this work. Прям поднимай живот от пола. Not the head. Head can be on the floor actually. Head can be on the floor. Может быть даже forehead on the floor. And keep maintaining the left buttock rolling under. Keep elevating the pubic and turn yourself from left to right. Left to right, away from the extended left leg. And maybe if you want more, a little bit elevate yourself, yes? It's a harder one when the arm really getting tired. You can stay and just do semi, yes? Not lifting yourself fully from the floor. Just giving a stretch for the legs. Okay, come back. Help the leg to come together and just sit on your heels for a moment. I'm just thinking, should I give you the the final destination one? I think I should. We did it like recently. We did something recently. So I would like this. So because again, we have a nice group, we all can have 2 bolsters. First, we just try to get something like this done. Let's guys actually do a little bit of groin work because we haven't done a lot today. So see my right buttock want to sit on the bolster. I believe, Dim, for you, maybe 3. And maybe even let's stretch the arms a bit forward, something what we did last week. But the latest idea, it would be trying to go under this leg with the arms. And actually try to stretch the leg and stretch this other leg too. Yeah. Or for example, we don't care about stretching this leg because it's the one that actually is the hardest. You can at least do the other leg stretch and raising maybe the foot. Yeah, so it's an abdominal pose, not easy one, also very beautiful looking when your 2 legs are like this and actually you balance only on the arms and legs. But first things first the groin work. Just let's a little bit play around with it. So step forward with right leg and get your right sitting bone sitting on those bolsters. And if it doesn't happen to you easily, put a block maybe, Tim. And then take your arms forward. Reach yourself forward. Keep having this right buttock sitting if possible. I said it's easy, but it's not. Yeah, try to get this foot more to you, Dim. And take your arms more forward. Попробуй стопнуть себе. То есть такое острое коленочко. Try to go near your left knee and forward. 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 Near your knee. Your arm near your knee. This one. Yeah, and then go forward. Yeah. Yes, I'm correct. Exhale into your right groin. We do it sometimes without the bolster. The bolster helps you just to really sit. Yeah, so try to sit, try to sit. Let me help. Tamara? Yeah, it's all right, honestly, don't worry. Get your arms here and try to bend your leg more forward. So the sitting bones more like going forward. Yeah, that's it. And hands here. Your arm here. That's it. Yeah. Yes. So the pelvis is like this. Okay, come back, change the side. So first, that's the thing. If your groin doesn't go low, I believe it will be harder to get the arm under. But let's try. So try to land your left groin. Actually, guys, I think it's easy if your foot is a bit back. Yeah, do this foot more back. You see my heel is touching the bolster. And then go forward. Malasana leg, yeah? Malasana, sitting like this, like squat. Okay, come back and just change the side. Let's all do it just together. Step forward with right leg and try to get, maybe, you know what, let's try to get maybe the left thigh on the bolster. So my other leg is on the bolster, and then try to get your arms under your frontal leg. Try to dive in and with your right arm, up, under, yeah. And then try now to tuck the toes under on the back leg and lift this leg off the floor and reach your chest forward. And then try to make your frontal leg light. Lift your foot. Прям под магнитом. Все в порядке. Попробуй сюда руку просто. Окей. Okay, did it raise, guys, the foot? No. Okay, come back. I need to think. Just sit for a moment on the heels. Remember we did it like this, right? And then it was like this. Was it easier? No? Okay, I'll think about it more. Left foot, but in a way it gives us a time to prepare the leg, right? If you do it like I just did, it's harder. So sit with your left buttock, if possible, and then dive in with your left arm under. Oh, you should be able to do it. Wait a second. Приподними эту попу. Садись прям. Вот. And then dive in. Dive in and do chaturanga arms. Chaturanga arms. And squeeze this arm to your upper arm. And then tuck the toes under on the back foot. And then start a little bit kind of getting more weight on the hands and try to raise your other foot. Don't worry, Tamar. Yeah, it's a bit extra. It's the plus task. Try to make this foot light. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, and now go forward. Chaturanga. And then try to raise this back leg. That's it. Yes, and that's why this support is there, so you can rest a little bit when needed. Okay? And come back, guys. Let me just try one more time for the record, just to be sure that it's the way I wanted it to be. Yeah, in a way, it's not a bad idea, you see, to have the third one here. Yeah, so then it's really more supporting. Otherwise, yes, I can't raise this left foot. It's the one. That was two. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Then this is going there. Yes, exactly. Something like this. So basically, my fault. Who wants to try again? No? Enough? Okay, let's lie down on the back and rest a little bit on the back. Just a little bit of chill for the low back. So catch your knees and press your knees against your fingers. Soften the feet. Don't press your knees to your chest. Yeah, don't press. Just start rolling a bit from right to left, having more weight on one side of the sacrum than to the other one. Then just do a little bit of circling, moving your knees clockwise direction. And then opposite clock. And then let's do a quick rabbit pose. Yes, so take your left foot to the ground, raise your right leg. Let's just quickly do happy baby, just to open up this right groin for a moment. Try to get your right knee next to your armpit, down. Don't go crazy, don't go too low, so still pelvis is even. And then elevate your chest and bring this right foot into your left elbow or into your left hand, but try to get this really across so the foot is near your left shoulder. And then remind this right knee to go back, deflate your abdominal wall, and then stretch your left leg. I like to hug my shin and pull it a little bit to the chest, but don't break your right ankle, ankle still in. Extend this inner heel. Who wants a bit more? Take your right arm over the head and try to catch your big toe. Don't think you have to do it, just if possible, try. Exhale, release. And stay on your back. And then left like happy baby. So first, press your knee down. Feel yourself. Feel grounded. Dr. Asadin, try to get grounding in this hip. You see your buttock is lifted. Ah, yeah, see. Try to get it down with bend knee too. Yes, yes. Try to fight for length. Tamar, that's it. Try it this way. But you see, Tamar, also would be nice for your head to have a bolster. You see, you really struggle to get it quieter in the neck. Yes. And now work on the groins when the neck is happy. And then we're getting the foot inside our right elbow, left foot inside the right elbow, left foot inside right elbow, Jim, right elbow, left foot, right elbow. I'll be like you. Yes, that's it. And remind this left knee to go back with your hand. Try to stretch the inner foot, inner heel, and then try to get your hands interlocked, fingers interlocked if possible. And keep elevating this leg towards your shoulders, towards your chest. Straighten your other leg. And breathe. And then arm over the head if you want. Yeah, correct. Oh, you're not bad. Shoulder and hips at the same time. Exhale, let go. Just stay on the ground, rest. Okay, turn to the right. And let's go. Something like this I saw some people were doing, like folding the balls to twice. So basically have something for your abdominal wall when you are resting is swastikasana. And if you have two bolsters, maybe it's just easier to bolsters. Oh yeah. So it's not about going the lowest. It's more about, again, giving a bit of support for the belly. So the low back nicely spread. Try to get your head on the support.
And then inhale and come back. Change the cross of your shins. Go forward one more time. Jim, does this one work without the sitting on the height? Do you feel spread? Remember you asked me once that, and I was giving you this work and you said it's not really stretching anything. Does it stretch now or not? You to the wall like taller, yeah? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, good. Good. You could do it actually like this. Yeah. Interesting. I should be more specific then. Yeah. Inhale, come back up, guys. Good. And get ready for Shavasana. Lie down on your back. You can use bolster for the knees. All good? Everyone is feeling okay? Nothing have been disturbed? So relax yourself over the mat. Shavasana. Let go yourself fully. Be sure your eyes are quiet. Your face is quiet. Before you start doing anything special with your breath, just understand where it happens. Where is your breath sitting? If you are too agitated, the movement of the chest can be more. See if you can actually do it more with abdominal. Be sure your eyes are quiet, your bottom jaw is soft. The shoulders nicely released away from the neck. Legs are heavy. Pelvic ring is heavy. And with the next inhalation, gently coming back. Move your feet, move your hands. Then roll, pull your knees to you, roll to the side gently. And then when you're ready, come back up slowly. Use your hands to come up. Just sit on the height and in any position that you like. Hands resting on your knees. Close your eyes and just stay quiet, observe. Okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Enjoy your evening, sleep well. I'll see you next time. Oh, I need to stop recording. So go ahead. Oops.